Hey, woodcutters, topsaw here. Today, quite a diversion. I'm down in the Caribbean on the island of Curacao, and I'm going to go lionfish hunting while scuba diving. These lionfish are an invasive species, and we're going to hunt a few with spears while we're scuba diving. I'll show you kind of the setup over here. All right, so it's a really cool system. First, let me give a shout out to probably the best dive shop in the Caribbean, Ocean Encounters on the island of Curacao, and they will happily bring you lionfish hunting as well. So here's a spear without a tip on it, so the rubber band spear. You pinch it over your thumb and then release it. So that's just kind of a practice bucket to get a feel for the spears. And then here's the actual spear, and that's the head on it right there with those barbed tips. And then after you speared them, we'll go down. I'll bring the GoPro with me. We'll go down and get some footage, but I'll just give you a little overview of what's going on. So you go down, you spear them, and then after they're speared, you take them, you put them in these tubes, and then this is like a one-way trap. So that lid goes on that. This is a super cool system. This is the Zookeeper lionfish containment system. So the spear goes in there, you pull it back out, and the fish comes out and drops in there. They have really venomous spines, so you really don't want to touch any of those spines. But the meat on them is really good. And again, I will say they are an invasive species, so every one you take out allows the other fish to do a little bit better. Loaded up on Ocean Encounters, beautiful dive boats going offshore and then swinging back in to the reefs. Beautiful setup with Ocean Encounters. A couple still photos of just dropping off the back of the boat and going in the big blue deep. Photos courtesy here of Turtle and Ray, fantastic professional photographers. Back to my GoPro for some footage underwater, lion fishing here. You can see the Zookeeper hanging off the diver and then the spear in the right hand. Again, these are an invasive species. They're lionfish that started in Miami. People throwing them from their aquarium into the ocean, and they just proliferated everywhere because they don't have any predators at all in the Caribbean, and they lay thousands of eggs. So if you're not careful, they'll just take over a whole ecosystem. And we're really kind of helping clean up the reefs out here by eradicating a portion of them. So here we are looking for them. They're not the easiest fish to find. They kind of down in the rocks and in the coral. Want to be really conscientious not to shoot into the coral and damage the coral either. But you can see some right here, kind of tucked up under these rocks. They are beautiful fish. Beautiful place to dive. So you kind of see them. I think there's maybe three or four of them tucked in here in the reefs. And then the key is kind of get your body situated, your buoyancy all squared away, and then shoot into them, making sure you kind of get a terminal shot without damaging any of the reef. So you try and get sand behind it or a clean shot. And then I got them, but I don't want to get off the end of the spear there, so I'm kind of holding them down into the sand. And then now that I have them down in the sand, I'm going to take that spear and hand it over to the guy who has a container for keeping them. So he grabs the spear, remembering they're venomous, not poisonous. So you really don't want to hit those venomous spines. Goes into that can right there. Good thing it thumbed it and get stung right there, because that would have been ow. And then they stay in there and they can't get back out. Here's another shot right here. And that's actually a shot and a miss, but it was a clean shot anyway. That fish got away. Put in a little more footage here, just beautiful things off the Curacao coast. Again, these video clips are from the commercial photographers Turtle and Ray, and you can find out more of their stuff at turtleandray.com. Fantastic clips, just such a spectacular place. Hard to believe how cool it is that you could just be a part of it, swimming with eels and turtles. All right, back to spear fishing. Here we are taking another shot at one. And it looks like he's got it on the tip of his spear there, doesn't want to get it away. And then there's the lionfish going into the Zookeeper, making sure you don't touch any part of it so those venomous spines don't get you. And then here's another shot. I can't see the fish there, but there he is. And then that looks like a good shot. Taking that lionfish, working to preserve the reef. Beautiful. What an incredible opportunity.
All right, first cut of the haircut. Those are the ones that always get you, the hidden ones underneath that you don't plan for.
Those aren't venomous right there.
The ones on the side are fleshy, yeah. They just make it look big when they spread out.
You cut the whole backbone off.
It's just easier to peel.
Right.
There you go, now you got yourself a fillet. Put it in a curry or fish tacos or...
So all those lionfish are all gutted and cleaned up, diced up into little blocks, and then made into a ceviche. And there's a ceviche dish there. Absolutely delicious. I loved it. Then back out to the Curacao coast. This is actually a different spot, just reflecting on what a beautiful island it is, what a beautiful place it is to visit. Kind of a blowhole on the coast. Giant shout out to Ocean Encounters. Fantastic trip. Couldn't have been better. Loved every minute of it. Thank you.